I used to be shy. I used to overthink everything, and I was an introvert. I didn't like doing anything. I didn't like talking to people. And these are the things that helped me really get over that. YouTube, it's your boy Shaman back doing another video, and I know that this video seems a little bit different. I usually do vlogs. My last couple of uploads have been vlogs ever since I started this channel. And today, as you can see by the title, I want to talk to you about how I built my confidence as a teen. As you know, as a high schooler and going through life, it can be hard. Talking to people, getting through certain experiences of life, and even pushing through battles that you don't have people to help you get through with. And you got to be able to approach certain situations and approach certain scenarios and people with the armor on you, with the due diligence, with the perseverance. You got to be able to use those mental skills to get through things. So without further ado, let's get started. And I'm gonna be like referring to my notes because I wrote it like all down. So one of the things that helped me the most was learning to stop comparing myself to other people, especially like online. So as you guys know, like a big inspiration of mine is like fashion enthusiasts, even rappers to an extent, like where I find some of the things they do so fascinating and interesting that I want to follow some of those things. My biggest inspiration for YouTube was actually Corey Kenshin. I originally wanted to be a gaming YouTuber and do all those things, but I was scared. But my current inspiration for YouTube is Cozy Fleet. The way he vlogs, man, like he can do anything on earth, and it's just interesting. Social media, it really makes everyone feel like everyone else has everything figured out when they don't. They're going through the same stuff we are, and they're human just like you are. You know, we all are human. We all go through things, and you shouldn't have to stress the situations and the problems that come with being on the internet, but we do. And the way I started like getting around it was focusing on myself. As you guys know, I wanted to start my own clothing brand. I've been working on it since 2023. I've had one drop so far, just one singular drop, and it went pretty decent for my first drop ever. I actually still have 2 orders to ship out as we speak. And once you're able to like start focusing on yourself, doing what you got to do for yourself in life, I think that's one step closer to becoming more confident. Another thing I'd say is setting small goals and trying new things, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. For example, this is a crazy one. If you've never went skydiving, or you've never been to a beach or swam in the ocean, doing new things that you find uncomfortable and making them comfortable. Remember, building your confidence requires you to do uncomfortable things. You can't be so light in situations. Like if, for an example, you walk into a guy, shake his hand. He's trying to have a nice conversation with you, and you're struggling to keep eye contact. That shows lack of confidence. Or the guy might even think you're not interested in what he's saying. Look them in the eye, shake their hand firmly, and just answer the questions and respond. Seem interested in that conversation, even if you aren't. You know, you just uncomfortable situations. One big thing that I find, you know, that helped me out was working out, like physically working on yourself. Started going to the gym again with my friends. I've always worked out at home, but going to the gym like really showed me that like I needed that mentally. You know, I needed a break from everything around me and lifting weights and doing workouts, and it really distracts your mind and it makes you focus on the now. Not focused on what happened then, what's gonna happen. You focused on in the moment. One more thing. Well, not one more thing. Another thing to add is that building confidence, find things that you find comfortable wearing. So I have a spider hoodie on. I find it comfortable. It gives me confidence, not in a way to be like cocky or like to flare my image. It's like I genuinely like this hoodie. I like wearing this brand. You know, I find it interesting. I find it comfortable. It elevates me mentally. It doesn't have to elevate me to other people. I feel comfortable. I feel happy wearing what I'm wearing. Find things that you like Don't care about the next person's opinion, or your mom's opinion, or your dad's opinion, even though they may influence what you wear. At the end of the day, what makes you feel comfortable? This one's a pretty big one. So stop hanging around people that make you feel less than what you are. People who are constantly putting you down, or not supporting you, or pushing you towards your dreams. That's a pretty big one. I actually used to have a couple friends that didn't really support the things I do, and they would fake support me as well. Watch out for those people. So in 2023, as you know, I said I started my clothing brand, and around that time between 2023 and 2024, I always had friends telling me that they'd support my brand and how they'll do this and that, how they wanted to buy one. And like, at the end of the day, everybody doesn't have the money to always buy clothes, and I get that, but don't fake support. Don't ever fake support. If you genuinely don't support somebody on something, tell them that. Be like, yeah, I respect what you're doing, but it's not it. There's people who will bring you down, and people that will try to hold you back from doing whatever you do. You might like something that you create one day. Like if you become like me and try to be a YouTuber, you might like creating videos, and there's going to be that one person, always that one person that hates on what you're doing. And if you don't have haters, you're doing something wrong. I'll tell you that now. If you don't have a single person that's looking down at you, hating you, you gotta prove the odds wrong. Show them that you can be better. Show them that you can do what you want to do. And that's just true. Don't let a single thing that a person says to you ever bring you down. I started surrounding myself around people who lifted me up. Actually, I actually can name these people. I have a friend named Ernest. I have a brother named Morris, Jaden, Isaiah. I have friends in my life that have, as hard as they are on me, they've actually lifted me up. My cousin Giselle, man, he goes through a lot in a day's time, and yet he still finds time to support me in the things that I want to do. And I couldn't be more thankful and appreciative to have a cousin like him surrounded in my life, you know? So if you're watching this and struggling with confidence, you know, start with one small step at a time. It's a journey, it's a long one, and it can never be easy. But just know, you can always come back to this video and rewatch it, and I'll be here to help 100% of the time. Never think that anything's too hard for you to accomplish. Never think that anything's out of your reach in this life. God has given you a purpose, and you'll find that purpose 100%. Don't let a single person bring you down. Don't let the enemy stray your mind from what you think is right and what you need to do for yourself. So, I love you. I appreciate you for watching this video. Comment down below anything else you guys would like to know. And that was Sean Man. See y'all in the next video.
We fucking at night. We fucking away. We fucking at night. Let me know your plate. We fucking